Hi y'all, this is Dave, Crossties Hunting Beagles, and I wanted to just come on here and share something with you that been on my mind this evening. A lot of times when folks start talking about training dogs, they think about training dogs and they try to get real scientific about it. And there is a lot of science in training dogs, I understand that. But there's just some common sense observations that I've made over the years. I've been training dogs of one shape, form, or fashion since I was 15 years old. So I've got almost 30 years in on training dogs. And these are some observations that I've made. One is, I'm just going to call it just common sense observation on dogs. If you have a pack of scent hounds and your scent hounds are running, whether it's rabbits, whether it's raccoons, whether it's deer, whatever it is that you're running, if your scent hounds are running, especially on a rabbit is a small animal. And you talking about a rabbit being maybe 3 inches, 4 inches wide. And when that rabbit runs that track, he lays down scent. Beagle hounds are scent hounds. Coon hounds are scent hounds. But when that rabbit is running, he lays that scent down, and you're going to have scent, two types of scents. You're going to have what I call high scent. They're running in tall grass. As they make those leaps, they're going to leave scent on that grass up high. And then you're going to have what you call low scent, where the rabbits come through and they're going to pick up on the scent that they leave off of their feet and things like that as they run along. And you can see the difference in that. A lot of times when the dogs are running, you're coming through a meadow or a field, and you see the dogs, and the dogs will have their heads up a little bit, and they'll be running that high scent. You'll see that low scent. A lot of times you come to a path where the ATVs have run, or the grass been bush hogged down, and the dogs will have to drop their nose and they'll put their nose on the ground to really get that low scent, because that high scent is dissipated into the air where it didn't rub off on anything to hold it. And so here's the common sense I want to give you. If you have a pack of dogs that is constantly running, and they're running 3 or 4 wide, and they're running some quarry, running some game like a rabbit that's leaving about a 3 or 4 inch scent patch at biggest, then common sense tells you, folks, common sense tells you that all 3 or 4 of those dogs are not getting rabbit scent. They're just running with the other dogs. Common sense will tell you that if your dogs never put their nose on the ground and they're running 3 or 4 wide, that you've got one dog that's running rabbit scent, and you've got other dogs that are running with that dog that's running rabbit scent. So pay attention to that. I'd like to say that my dogs look like a train all the time. That's just not true. Sometimes they're going to scatter in a check area. They're going to look, and as one dog picks up the check and begins to go with it, the other dogs are going to shoot in there. But ideally, we want to see those dogs fall into a line and run rabbit scent. And if you can't consistently get that in your dogs, especially if you're running a Beagle Gun Dog Federation style dog, then you need to maybe consider what you're running and ask yourself that question. Common sense. Is it common sense that 4 dogs are running 4 wide or 3 wide or whatever the case might be? Is it common sense to say they're all getting rabbit scent? I don't think so. So approach your rabbit hounds, your training, your culling processes by using good common sense, and that's one way you can do it. God bless you. Have a good evening.